the focus is on Epstein. Trump must get past it. Bill O'Reilly noted the Epstein saga could really hurt Trump's credibility. He writes the Justice Department does have information, and Attorney General Pam Bondi as well as Attorney General Merrick Garland should both answer general questions about the investigations. It's their responsibility to do that. President Trump should order it. Bill with us now, host of the No Spin News on BillO'Reilly.com, author of the upcoming book, Confronting Evil, Assessing the Worst of the Worst. Bill's content on YouTube.com/Bill O'Reilly. Bill, it is good to see you. As always, I don't think Donald Trump has any power over Merrick Garland, but who exactly should he order Pam Bondi to answer questions from other than you and me?
The press. I mean, just hold a press conference and invite the former Attorney General Garland. If he doesn't come, put an empty chair there with his picture on it, because Garland had the information that the Trump people have for 4 years. This is more of a mystery than it is a crisis. I disagree with the word crisis. I don't think it's a crisis for the country. It might be a political detriment to the Republican Party and Donald Trump, but it's not a crisis for the country. There's no evidence that there's any cover-up of a pedophile ring or any of that. And without such evidence, it just becomes a curiosity. But it is a dangerous situation because Americans are starting to lose credibility with the Justice Department. And many millions of Americans believe fix is always in for the rich and powerful. It's always in. And they were hoping that President Trump would blast that. And now the president he's not doing anything actively. But certainly he could order Pam Bondi to have a press conference and in general terms tell the folks what the Justice Department knows, what they found out. Now, my reporting says it is not Pam Bondi who's making any decisions at all. It is the Assistant Attorney General Todd Blanche. Do you know that name?
Sure.
Todd Blanche?
Yeah.
So he was Trump's lawyer in the New York City stuff. And Trump really trusts him. And he has far more access to Donald Trump than Ms. Bondi does. And from what I'm being told, I believe it's accurate, Blanche has basically said, look, if we give out too much specific information, we're opening a lot of doors here that our opponents are going to run with and make things up and take out of context, which is absolutely true. But to guard your flank, you have to respect your supporters. And your supporters, most of them want a pretty good idea of what the Justice Department knows. Does that make sense to you?
It does. I don't believe it. Because the reporting a couple of days ago, well, a few things. One, I didn't say it was a crisis for the country. I said it was a political crisis for Donald Trump. But number two, I think what you're saying is a little different than what you said last week, because last week you were saying the reason that this isn't being released is because Trump, who is the president, he has absolute authority here, was worried that by releasing all of the names, the client list that Pam Bondi said she had and now somehow says doesn't exist, that it would be guilt by association, right? If you were associated with Epstein, everyone then was going to have to prove they were not a pedophile. That, to me, though, is very different than what you just said about Todd Blanche, number one. But number two, there's no journalist in the world that should accept that. So you're saying there's Trump friends. You're saying there's Trump friends. You're referring.
I use the word general, okay, because I assume that people watching last week on this program remember what I said, and I wrote it on BillO'Reilly.com, that you cannot give out specific names because those people would be damned. The media would run wild with it, not put it into context. You can't ruin lives like that. I didn't think I had to restate that.
So then why did Pam Bondi say she was going to release it? Why did Pam, why did Trump run on releasing everything?
I have no idea. That is the mystery. Why did Pam Bondi say, I have a list on my desk and I'm looking it over and we're going to release it? I don't know.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.